Imogen! As of now, you're stripped of the school captaincy.
What?
Just think yourself lucky that I don't suspend you as well.
What are you going to tell him?
I need to find the right time.
I don't deserve your kindness or your loyalty.
Oh, Paul.
No, that's it.
So I'm wondering if there's anything that can be legally done if he's not doing his job with me.
Thought you were lame until I saw your skate stuff online.
Oh, just breathe, mate. I'll call the ambos.
A boy from your school, Jaden Worley, has had a serious skateboarding accident today. You've been identified on camera breaking the law.
He could have been killed. Joshua Willis, I can't believe you'd be that stupid.
Are you okay, mate?
He gave a full statement. He was completely upfront about what happened.
And what I want to know is who filmed these videos?
I filmed a bunch of them, but the one that Jaden saw, that was Paige. It was stupid, all right?
So what happens now?
It's not Josh's fault if someone sees what he's done in copies and gets hurt, right?
True. He can't be charged for what happened to Jaden, but he has been fined for traffic offences. And if anything like this ever happens again, I will have to charge you with conduct endangering life.
Well, I'm sure that won't be the case.
Ooh, definitely not.
Right. Well, I better get going.
Thanks, Matt.
See you.
I should probably go as well.
Hey.
Thank you so much for coming with me.
You needed me.
Yeah, I just couldn't handle Mum and Dad being there.
Of course. I get it. You should get back to them, though. They're probably pretty worried.
Yeah, all right. You're the best.
Erinsborough Council bylaws? Oh, nothing like a bit of light reading to go with your coffee.
I'll have you know they're surprisingly enlightening.
Where'd you get them?
From Toadie. Just the way Paul's been behaving lately, I'm not sure he's fit to be mayor.
Don't you think it's time you got over losing the election?
Darling, it's nothing to do with that. I'm concerned about Paul's behaviour.
Well, he's had a terrible loss. Carl is grieving.
Sure, he's still got a job to do. And the rumour mill has it that Teresa's doing it for him.
Well, I heard that Therese had stepped right back, so maybe Paul's feeling better now.
Maybe.
So Brad and Therese had no idea what Josh was up to?
Not a clue.
Well, we all know what that feels like.
You mean Bailey's drinking?
Yeah, but we're all communicating now.
Still wish he and I were closer.
Well, don't wish, darling. Do something about it.
Suggestions?
Oh, I don't know. Find a father-son thing you can do together. But, no skateboarding, okay?
Hey, think quick.
Dad, grow up.
Sorry. I thought we could shoot some hoops together.
I don't want to get wet, so...
All right. Why don't we hang out in the shed?
Hang out in the shed.
Yeah. We could build something, a spice rack. Your mum will love it.
Mum already has a spice rack. Dad, I'm terrible with a hammer. I'd probably break all my fingers. But I know you're missing Mason, and that's
It's
fine.
not about Mason. I just thought it'd be nice for you and I to spend some time together, do something fun.
Okay, well, in case you've forgotten, Mason was the sporty one who was good with his hands. Okay, I'm the brainy one who's good at homework. Okay, so thank you, but I'm gonna go inside and study.
How can I dump him now? He's in all this trouble, he's gonna need me.
There's never going to be a good time. It's going to hurt him no matter when you tell him.
Okay, I'll tell him. Hey, I thought of another way we can stay in touch. I've been playing this word game. If you join too, we can send each other secret messages.
Okay.
It's called Crash Words. I am Pick Perfect 96.
Oh. Hello?
Dad, you in there?
Yeah, just a second. Hey, man.
Hey, mate. Hey, if you've got any clips online of you doing some stunts on your board, get rid of them.
Thanks for the heads up, man. But don't have a computer.
Yeah, well, I just got done by the police.
Oh, no way, that sucks.
Anyway, I just thought I'd give you a heads up.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries.
Go after him.
But I want to stay here with you.
No, I should spend some time with my uncle. We can't keep doing this.
just came from the art exhibition, and do you know what my first thought was?
No idea.
Where are the student works? They were supposed to be delivered this morning, but apparently the school captain hasn't arranged it, which is you now, by the way.
Yeah, I will call them.
But being school captain is a privilege, but anyone would think that you don't have any respect for it.
You're the one that wagged school to be with a guy.
Once, but at least I took my responsibility seriously.
Yeah, and it's not your job anymore, so back off.
Fine.
Imogen.
What was all that about?
Imogen's just on my back about school stuff. What?
Well, there's obviously more to it than that. This morning you said that you and Josh were having some issues. Is it anything to do with that? Listen, darling, whatever's going on, I'm your mum. That's what I'm here for.
I don't love him anymore. I've fallen for Daniel and we've been going behind Josh's back. Are you going to tell me what a horrible person I am?
Oh, of course not. Of course not. Come on. I want you to tell me everything.
Hey!
Oh.
How far'd you go?
Only about 5K. Didn't want to push it.
Oh, old age catching up with you, is it?
Thanks. No, I just wasn't feeling all that motivated.
Oh, maybe you need a running mate, you know, someone to spur you on.
Yeah, Mason used to come along sometimes. Bailey's not interested. He's more of a thinker.
Yeah. Well, funny the way family traits pan out, isn't it? Malcolm and Libby are the academics in our mob. Billy's more hands-on, he's a carpenter.
I don't know. Sometimes I think Bailey and I couldn't be more different.
Well, diversity's a good thing. No rule says you have to have the same interests as your kids. But I don't know, maybe you could make an effort with something that means a lot to Bailey. You never know, you might find you got more in common than you thought.
I'd probably make an idiot of myself.
Yes, you probably would. But at least then you could laugh about it together.
Yeah.
And he'd know you care, which is the important thing. Hit the showers.
Thanks, Coach.
I care about Josh. I think I always will, and I know he was making an effort to try and be a better boyfriend, but it was just too little too late. With Daniel, it's just easy. He makes me feel like I can really be myself.
And Josh doesn't know anything about this?
I meant to tell him before anything happened, but it's so hard. I really don't want to hurt him. You're judging me, aren't you?
No, not at all. In fact, I know exactly how you feel.
Like with you and Brad.
Brad?
You guys had the same thing happening when his ex-girlfriend was around years ago.
Oh, well, yeah, but I was actually just speaking more generally. Anyway, this is about you. I think you need to be honest with Josh before it gets any worse.
He needs me now more than ever.
Yeah, but staying in a relationship out of duty, that's no way to live.
He doesn't know that's what I'm doing.
Well, he's going to find out eventually. And just think how much worse things will be then. What about Daniel? I mean, this isn't fair on him either.
I know, I'm just really confused.
About whether or not you want to be with Daniel?
No. What we have, it's real.
Right. Well, then you need to tell Josh now, before you do any more damage.
An espresso at the Piazza Navona is a change of scenery. Drinking mediocre slop at the corner shop? No.
That sounds more like my old Uncle Pete.
I'd like to discuss the laws concerning skateboarding around Erinsborough.
Sue, can we discuss this at some other time? Perhaps the next council meeting?
You haven't been coming to them?
All right, we'll talk to Belinda. Or, well, anyone, quite frankly.
For a member of the council, shouldn't she be more polite to the mayor?
Nosy Parker wouldn't know the meaning of the word polite.
Nosy Parker?
Yeah. Old adversary of your parents, actually.
Yeah, that's right. She was the one that was mean to Mum.
No, don't worry. Charlene gave us what she got. You know, if she had her way, she would have been your mother.
What?
Or aunt. Yeah, I think your Uncle Henry had been out with her for a while. No accounting for taste.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Matt told me about, Josh's run-in with the police. If there's anything that we can do to help.
No, it's all under control. I just hope he's learned his lesson.
Yeah. Well, you know, don't come down too hard on him. He's a good kid.
Yeah, well, we all do things we regret, don't we?
You talking about Adelaide?
No, I wasn't. It's still on your mind.
No, I was just talking to someone earlier about keeping secrets, and I told them they should come clean, and, well, now I'm feeling like a bit of a hypocrite. Do you still think about that night?
Look, we did the right thing keeping it to ourselves. Too many people would have gotten hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, and the situations are totally different. Hey, here, on the house.
Thanks.
Hey, can you spare 5 minutes?
Yeah, as long as you're happy to walk and talk at the same time.
Yeah. I'm still very concerned about Paul.
You don't need to be suspicious. Paul's not up to anything.
I understand that. It was wrong to think there was any agenda behind his behaviour. The thing is, in my profession, I see a lot of people dealing with grief. I know the signs when someone's not quite coping.
Yeah, right.
Now, Paul's not the sort of man to ask for help. In fact, I doubt he'd know if he needed it. I'm just trying to get a sense of where his head's at.
Well, actually, between you and me, I'm really worried about Paul too. I mean, he's been behaving so erratically. I mean, is that normal?
Well, it depends on what he's been doing.
Well, I mean, he's his old self. The next, he's a vague mess. Missing meetings and calls.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
Well, actually, yes, a few days ago, he left a confidential council file here.
In the office?
No, in the beer garden. I mean, everything turned out fine, but it was a good half an hour before I discovered it. It would have been disastrous if anyone had read it.
Sure. He's very lucky no one found out about it.
Eat up, sweetheart.
Nah, I'm not really hungry.
Matt said nothing else will happen as long as you toe the line from now on.
Which you're going to do, right?
Be a bit hard not to, since you already got rid of the board.
Yeah, I guess, but the fine's huge.
Well, I'm sure your father and I can think of ways for you to earn money around the house.
I'm sorry, guys, I don't mean to be a downer. You've been great.
Thought you all might like to know my son has broken his arm.
Sue, you remember my husband, Brad?
Do you have any idea how much agony Jaden is in thanks to you?
We are all sorry to hear that, but this accident is hardly Josh's fault.
Not his fault. Jaden's the under-18 full forward, so that's his season over, possibly his future.
Look, we understand completely. Josh had an accident himself not that
Yes,
long
we
ago.
all know about that, but that's even more reason why your son should have known better.
Excuse me? What about personal responsibility?
What about setting a good example? It was stupid, irresponsible and negligent to post that video online.
Yes, I know that, and I am so sorry.
Oh, you will be. I'm suing you.
Neighbours up to anything dodgy?
Well, I'm more interested in what's up there rather than perving on Carl and his job.
So, what are you looking at?
The past.
What? That thing can see through time?
Actually, yeah, that's exactly what it does. I mean, think about it. It takes millions of years for the light of a star to reach Earth, so... Look, Dad, I know you're just trying to be polite, okay? This stuff bores you to death. Don't feel like
It's not boring. Not at all. So, can I take a look?
Yeah, no, of course you can.
It's a star?
Yeah. Proxima Centauri. They said it'd take 70,000 years for us to get there in the fastest spacecraft ever built.
Is that right?
Yeah. However, some scientists have said that we might actually be able to get there one day. I mean, it would take generations, but eventually.
Wow. Imagine that journey.
I do.
She seems like a piece of work.
She's probably just worried about her kid.
Yeah, I guess. So, I've been thinking...
Yep.
I should tell Josh about us in a letter.
I think when the time's right, you should do it face to face. But for now, I want to see if I can help him. I think I might know how to get through to her. Miss Parker, I'm sorry to hear about what happened to Jaden.
Oh, thank you.
Also, I hear you're suing Joshua Willis.
Yes?
Or do you really think that's necessary?
Hang on, you were in here earlier with Paul Robinson.
Yeah, I'm his nephew. I'm Scott and Charlene's son. I remember Mum mentioning your name over the years.
I was a completely different person when I was at school.
Everyone is.
And I did some really stupid things that I'm not proud of.
Like sending those poison pen letters?
You know about those?
Yeah, but I'm sure Mum was exaggerating.
Oh, I'm sure she wasn't. But I really did try and change my ways after school.
What? Imagine how hard that would have been if someone had sued you. And it sounds like they could have. You had a chance to redeem yourself. Doesn't Josh deserve the same thing?
Calling it a night?
Yeah, clouds. The bane of an amateur astronomer's existence.
Hey, I was thinking, you should go to space camp.
All right, well, I'll just pack my bag and jump on the first plane to the States.
You need to apply first.
Yeah, along with all the other thousands of geeks.
Yeah, it's pretty competitive.
Just a bit. Dad, you do realise they only accept one person from Australia. I haven't got a chance.
Well, look at what happened to Callum. If it can happen to him, why not you? Hey, I'll even help you with your application.
Look, you say all this stuff now, but the second you see the price tag...
I've already seen it. It's not as bad as you think. I hit the computer while you were stargazing. Shall we take a look?
Sure.
Hey! Hey, you're the man to thank for getting me off the hook with Jaden's scary mum. Oh, she wasn't scary, more worried.
Yeah, well, she could have made Josh's life a nightmare. What did you say to her?
I just reminded her of what it's like to be young and dumb. My folks, they knew her when they lived here. Well, thanks, mate. I mean, it still sucks that Jaden's hurt, but at least my family won't have to suffer for it. I owe you one. It was nothing, really.
No, it is. Josh has been freaking out.
Yeah. Well, nobody wants to be in that kind of trouble.
Well, it's not just him. Amber's been in a foul mood since this all went down.
No, I haven't.
Well, you kind of have.
Oh, that's great. Check it out. Embarrassing PDAs. The universe is back in alignment.
I won't forget this. You're a mate. Thank you. Sure.
Hey, can I grab a bottle of red wine? And go.
Oh no, sinking in so low, pushed to the edge, can't go back to the start again, and years burn under the skin.
Yes, hi. Is that Belinda Long? Look, I'm very sorry to ring about council business after hours, but I didn't think it could wait. I would like to make a complaint about Paul Robinson. Monday on Neighbours.
I'm being investigated. It was you, wasn't it?
I know you made that complaint.
I made one mistake, and now I am being punished for the rest of the year. How is that fair?
I'm being victimised. Susan is a control freak.
She is doing her job.